considered to be ugly, right? This doesn't have a lot to do with
It does, bro. It does.
but I just want, all I'm trying to say is that like, we are beautiful people. We truly are, and white people always try to imitate us one way or another. We have cornrows, and they're considered to be ghetto, but our emperors, for example, Ethiopia, King Tedros had cornrows. But when white people do it, they're trendy, and it's cool, and it's the new fashion, right? So I just want to, it's nothing but the truth. You know, it's a bit of a lighter subject that I'm trying to touch on, but all I'm trying to say is that we are indeed beautiful, and like, you guys do not need to be, you guys need to, like, black people need to love themselves and uplift themselves. Whether you're dark skin, brown skin, or light skin, you know, whether you have straight, like, looser curls or any of those sort of things. And yeah, like, what else do I want to say? Damn it, I want to say something else. Yes, ethnicities. There is different, Africa is such a diverse country. We have so many different ethnicities, so many different cultures, and I know it does sound a bit like almost mythical to unite all of us together, but with small steps, you can always come to a certain type of compromise, right? It doesn't have to be one united nation. We can always, like, just, you know, letting the problem that the colonizer brought to us, you know, kind of with time disappear, because there's so many things. The super exploitation of natural resources in Africa, it's still going on, right? It's been going on for centuries. It was first with imperialism, now with neocolonialism and neoliberalism, right? All these sort of policies that they're pushing towards liberalizing trade and all those things, just for the benefit of those core countries, and unfortunately hurting us. So I'm all like, let's prioritize our own. Let's focus on our domestic industries, right? How do we have so many natural sources and we're still one of the poorest, we're basically the poorest continent in the world? How does that happen? We have the most sources, like, do you see the paradox here? We have the most sources, but we're the poorest. Like, we need to change that. We need to focus on our own sources. We need to focus on our own industries. Make sure that we are the one using our sources. And we are the one trading with each other, and let's not look up to development and look at the first world, at the Western world. We don't need to do that. We have our own continent. We need to focus on our own countries. We need to focus on our own trade, right? Why does Ethiopia need to trade with China when Ethiopia can easily trade with Uganda or Kenya, right? So it's simple things like that. There's no need to, it's this idea that for centuries, you know, like, that Europe is better, that America is better, right? But it really isn't about that, because for centuries, they came to our continent and took our resources, whether those be human or, like, natural. And let's be realistic, without Africa, British capitalism or, like, all of those sort of things would have not developed to the extent that they are developed today, because Liverpool, port cities like Liverpool, would have not developed thanks to slavery, right? And like earlier mentioned, Haiti was the major producer of sugar at one point, to the extent that when Haiti started the revolution and got their independence, France had to sell like major land that America didn't even want. America was like, okay, well, sure, I'll buy it, why not? You know? So that's why I wanted to say, two major things to get out of my little speech was just made out in the last 10 seconds, a lot of freestyling, I call it. So black is beautiful. That was the major theme I wanted to touch on. We are all beautiful. Don't ever forget that. Who cares about what that white girl said, that your hair looks ugly or something, whatever she might say. That's why people say a lot of mean things, and we all went through that stuff. I just want to say, we all went through a lot of bad experiences, and whether we want to admit it or not. And self-hate did affect a lot of us, including me. I'm not even gonna front here. It's true. So yeah, that's the main thing that I want to touch on. Africa, all Africans, all black people are beautiful, whether you're Afro-Latino, Afro-Caribbean, wherever you're from. And the other theme is, let's focus on Africa. Let's focus on our own nations. Let's focus on our own borders, right? Let's not, let's divide this. I know it's hard. It's almost basically impossible. But with time, we can divide ourselves from the core countries, from the developed countries. Because realistically, we don't need them. We really don't, because we have our resources. They just have the technologies, and unfortunately, like, we need to rent them, and so it's complicated. But anyway, yeah, no. So let's focus on Africa. Let's focus on our nations, instead of focusing on the developed and first world. That's all.